It is shocking to believe, but we have already been at school for 1 month. Shocking to believe, yes? And the other day I was walking through St. Ambrose School, and thanks to wonderful people like Jen Colbert and Mrs. Neuronis, we have had a great start over here at St. Ambrose School. Just absolutely wonderful. So I'm walking through the school and just kind of observing what's going on. Beautiful, wonderful. And I came to the stark conclusion, first of all, that school has changed dramatically over the years. Yes? There's technology all over the place. The desks look different. How they teach kids just looks different. Yes? But I found that there are two things, and amid all the changes that have gone on, there are two things that endure. Number one, crayons. Seriously, crazy to think about, but you can't replace crayons in kids' coloring. They love it, yes or yes? You want to know the other thing that's endured? Flashcards. Seriously, like crazy, right? Flashcards, a great way to learn. Repetition gets the mind going. Think for a moment about your own experience of math flashcards, for example. Remember, like lining up, trying to kind of beat the classmate, right? Yes? Try to do it as fast as you can, yes? And it's a great way to kind of like reinforce concepts and do them quickly, yes? You reinforce the concept and you do it how? Quickly. So let's just play this game with me for a minute. 2 plus 2. Very good, right? Very good. Better than the old adults in the back there, right? 1 plus 3. 7 minus 0. You got to be careful on that 0 thing, right? 1 times 8. 40 divided by 10. 77 times. Some of you would have been sitting down in your seat right now. And to the gospel today. 7 in the scriptures, first of all, is a perfect number. And the metaphor of 70, 7 times, is infinite. And that's how you and I are called to go about living our lives of mercy and forgiveness. The scriptures are very powerful today. The first reading, much like crayons and flashcards, the first reading today is really timeless. Listen to what's said in that first reading, written thousands of years ago. Things like vengeance and hatred, the sinner holds tight and holds on to. Keeps going forward, like there's no room in the mind of God for hatred and bitterness and anger and grudges. And then it goes on even further, like this is a great business concept of our day, but Cyril said beautifully, begin with the end in mind. If you want to get to heaven, and if you want God's mercy, then you better be merciful and forgiving, slow to anger, rich in kindness, and you better do it now. Thousands of years ago. Timeless message. Go to the second reading today. What we do here on earth literally shows God what we want when we get before the judgment seat of God. So if we want God, to the gospel today, to be merciful, compassionate, and forgiving of us now and forever, what do we need to do? We need to be the very same things, amen? 77 times, which means that much like God is a font of mercy and forgiveness for us, then you and I need to be merciful, forgiving, compassionate, understanding towards one another. Now, some of you are sitting here thinking like, wow, this sounds a lot like last week. Love, forgive, absolutely. And the scriptures, these were favorite themes of Jesus, but more importantly, these are the keys, if you will, for us to walk the path that leads to heaven. Some messages and some tools are timeless. Crayons, flashcards, forgiveness, mercy, compassion, understanding, acceptance. And if we want, and let's be honest, desperately need God to be those things for us, then what do we need to do? Be those things for others. The first reading is powerful. The sinner holds tight to things like grudges, hatred, vengeance, judgment. And if you want to get to heaven, there is no room for that. That you and I need to be people who love and forgive. How? Quickly. As you walk into the week. First is this: don't laugh. Don't laugh. Make some flashcards for yourself this week. Use words like forgiveness, mercy, let go, and keep shuffling them as you need them. Why? It's a great way to reinforce a concept and to learn that concept how? Quickly. Let it reinforce the message of the scriptures. Secondly, if the first one's silly, the second one's going to be sillier. Pull out your crayons, young and old alike, and draw a picture, make a card, write a note to someone in your life that you need to share some mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. And thirdly, who are the people? And take some time today to think seriously that you need to reach out and seek or offer forgiveness to them. Forgiveness, mercy, compassion is key. It is the key to a happier life now. And honestly, it is, so to speak, the key that will let you into the doors of heaven. And that's why Jesus over and over and over again says, love everyone, forgive quickly, pray fervently, so you and I can be at peace now and with our loved ones and be with God forever and ever. Amen.